Hey, how you doing, guys? I just found out this interesting topic, which I've done before, but there's been a big change to this, so I think it's important to talk about it and do an update. And this has to do with the FAA changes drone restrictions for non-commercial use. And over the years, increasingly drones have become very popular, especially the ones that record video. And back in 2015, once these drones became popular, they started coming out restrictions, meaning drones over a certain size have to be registered or registration and licensing, and which I never agreed with. And I'm going to give you my reasons here in a minute. But that recently changed with a recent federal court case. This was done by a local model plane enthusiast. He brought the case against the federal government. And the court ruled it was in violation of a law passed in 2012, the FAA Modernization and Reform Act, that prevents the FAA from passing laws on how you fly model aircraft. Now, I do think in certain situations, though, that flying model aircraft or drones should be illegal. For instance, near airports, hospitals, military installations, and there could be several other reasons. But to me, licensing drones thing was totally stupid. Um, and the reason being is because model aircraft, especially the radio controlled aircraft that has been around for decades as far as the fixed wing, and they even got helicopters now. And they've increasingly got larger, more sophisticated with bigger engines, yet the FAA felt no reason to restrict those for civilian use, not be it commercial or non-commercial use. And I typically feel the drones are actually a bit safer than the fixed wing model airplanes, because obviously a fixed wing needs horizontal movement to stay aloft, where drones can hover for long periods of time, are usually more maneuverable, which I believe they are safer. Of course, it all depends on the operator as well. And so I think this is great news, especially if you, since I'm a videographer, I don't currently own a drone, and I may not get one in the future, but if I did have one, I'd probably use it for video, uh, to be able to put it into a lot of the projects that I use. And so it's great news for even, people who just want to fly them and or take video. Now there's still those restrictions in licensing for commercial use. You actually even got to put those little registration numbers on the side of the plane, like they do, or the drone, like they do with the full passenger planes. You see all those letters and numbers. So it's going to be the same thing. But give me your thoughts on drones and this new FAA change. Do you think they should be restricted, or what have you? And give me your thoughts.